Hi students, welcome to Roots Academy. Myself Inayatullah, lecturer of mathematics. Students, in our last video we discussed about trigonometry, and that's a very basic trigonometry, and we just discussed how to convert radians to degree and degree measures to radian. Now in today's video we will study about the trigonometric functions in detail. So today's topic is trigonometric functions. Metric trigonometric functions. So students, trigonometric functions. In our lower classes we studied about trigonometric functions. You know there are 6 trigonometric functions. 6 trigonometric functions. Students, what are the 6 trigonometric functions? The first function is sine function. Second is cosine function. Third is tangent function. And fourth is cotangent function. Fifth is secant function, and the last, there is sixth one, is cosecant function. So student, these are the 6 trigonometric functions which are very important, and in shortcut these functions we will represent by first 3 alphabets. SINE, sine. This can be represented by just sine, first 3 alphabet. Now this is just, it is sine. This cosine is first 3 alphabet is cos. Tangent, first 3 alphabet is tan. Cotangent, the first 3 alphabet is cot. And secant, first 3 alphabet is sec. And here student, in the last one, cosecant. If I take 3 alphabets, first it will be repeated as cos. You will get confused here. So to avoid confusion, you will take first 5 alphabets here. That is cosecant. So student, these are the 6 trigonometric functions. And in this 6 trigonometric functions, students, 3 functions are ratios and 3 are co-ratios. So here, sine, tangent, secant are the ratios, and other 3 are co of that ratios. Example, sine is a ratio. What is the co of sine? Cosine. See, to this sine, if I just write co, it becomes cosine. For this tan, before tan, if I write co, it becomes cotangent. Like that for secant, if I write co before secant, it will become cosecant. So student, in this 6 trigonometric function, 3 are ratios. What are the ratios? The ratios are that is sine, tan, secant. These 3 are ratios. What are the co-ratios? There are 3 co-ratios. And the student, 3 co-ratios are cos, cot, cosecant. So student, these are the 6 trigonometric functions, and 3 are ratios, 3 are co-ratios. Now student, now after this, let us study about what are the definitions of these 6 trigonometric functions. One by one we will discuss. Okay. Student, to discuss about trigonometric function, we need a right angle triangle, which is very, very important. To define any function, we should take help of a right angle triangle. So this is A, B, C, and this is obviously it is a 90 degree. This gives a 90 degree angle. And student, if suppose if this is my measurement angle theta, from this side I am measuring, then obviously opposite side of 90 degree, whatever the side comes in a triangle opposite to 90, it is hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse. And opposite side of our measurement angle is opposite side always. So it is OPP. First three alphabets I am taking. And see this line BC has two angles, and stands for two angles. So this is called as adjacent side. This is called as adjacent side. So students, after studying about this triangle, let us define first a sine function, that is sine theta, because theta is the angle I have taken here. So what is sine theta? So sine theta, as we said, it is a ratios. So definition of sine theta is, it is opposite side divided by hypotenuse, or in other way we can call this as perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. This is perpendicular. See, AB is perpendicular to BC, so it is perpendicular divided by hypotenuse. Second is co of sine, that is cos theta. The definition of cos theta is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse side, that is base divided by hypotenuse, base by hypotenuse. Third definition, tan theta. Tan theta definition is opposite side divided by adjacent side, means what? Perpendicular by base, that is tan theta. So student, here if we just compare this opposite side by adjacent side, we can say that it is sine theta divided by cos theta, because if I divide these two things, if I divide these two ratios, I will get opposite side by adjacent side, because the hypotenuse and hypotenuse gets cancelled. So with the help of the definition of tan theta, and if I am comparing sine theta and cos theta, so this can also be written as, that is tan theta can also be written as sine theta divided by cos theta. So student, tan theta can also be written as sine by cos. Fourth is cot theta. So student, what is the definition of cot theta? It is base, that is adjacent side, divided by perpendicular. It is base by perpendicular, that is adjacent side divided by opposite side. Now student, if I compare the fourth definition and the third definition, I'm just comparing these two definitions, both are reciprocal to each other. Say denominator is adjacent, here numerator is adjacent, numerator is opposite here denominator is an opposite. So cot theta can be written as 1 by tan theta. Cot theta can be written as 1 divided by tan theta, because both are reciprocal here. And the other way of writing cot theta is with the help of sine and cos. So cot theta can be written as cos theta by sine theta. Cos theta by sine theta. So with the help of fourth definition, tan theta also be written as 1 by cot theta. Next, fifth definition. What is the fifth definition? It is secant theta, sec theta. What is the secant theta? Secant theta defines that it is a ratio of hypotenuse side divided by adjacent side. Hypotenuse side by adjacent side. This by this. So student, if I compare this definition with the second definition, that is cos theta. I can say that secant is the reciprocal of cos, because what is cos? Base by hypotenuse, and secant is hypotenuse by base. So with the help of cos theta, secant can be written as 1 by cos theta also. Secant theta can also be written as 1 by cos, and again with the help of secant theta, cos theta can be defined as 1 by secant theta. Next, the last definition, cosecant theta. Student, definition of cosecant theta is, it is hypotenuse divided by perpendicular opposite side. Hypotenuse by opposite side. So student, if I compare the last and first one, see, the last one is cosecant theta and first one is sin theta. If I compare these two things, both are reciprocal to each other, because here sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse and cosecant theta is hypotenuse side by opposite side. So cosecant theta can also be written as 1 by sin theta, and sin theta can also be written as 1 by cosecant theta. Student, these are the definitions of 6 trigonometric functions, which are very, very important. And student, in shortcut, this definitions we can write like this also to be memorized easily. So I will write it here. Student, here sin, cos, tan, this one is cot, secant, this is cosec. So students, sin theta is opposite, O for opposite, H for hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent side, A for adjacent, H for hypotenuse. Capital alphabets I am writing. And tan is, this tan is opposite side divided by adjacent side. So student, this is easiest method, easiest way to memorize the definitions of trigonometric function. See sin, if I read from above, O by H, opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos theta, it is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Tan theta, opposite side by adjacent side. Then if I read from the bottom, that is cot theta, it is adjacent side by opposite side. It is adjacent side by opposite side. Same way, secant theta, the definition of secant theta is hypotenuse side by adjacent side, and cosecant theta, hypotenuse side by opposite side. So student, this is the easiest way to memorize the definitions of trigonometric functions. And student, here 3 functions are the reciprocal of other 3. First 3 functions, sin, cos, tan, are the reciprocal of other 3 trigonometric functions. So sin is a reciprocal of cosecant. Similarly, like that, vice versa, cosecant is the reciprocal of sin. Cos is reciprocal of secant. Vice versa, it is secant is reciprocal of cos. Tan is reciprocal of cot. Cot is reciprocal of tan. So if we know the definitions of sin, cos, tan, easily other 3 can be defined. So student, this is our 6 definitions of trigonometric functions. So after the definitions, let us go to the trigonometric table. Trigonometric table, which is very, very important. We all should know till at least 90 degree. Trigonometric table. Trigonometric table. Very important table. All the students must memorize this table. It's very, very important. So here students, all right. Degree and I will write functions. This degree and radian also will take, or you can take angle, and write angle and function. So student, here first 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and last is 90 degree. Student, till 90 degrees minimum. After this, few more degrees are there, that is 180, 270, 360. That we'll discuss later. And student, I will write these angles in radian here. 0 degrees 0 radian, 30 degrees pi by 6 radian, radian is small c, 45 degrees pi by 4 radian, 60 degrees pi by 3 radian, and it is 90 degrees pi by 2 radian. So student, these are the angle degree measure, and these angles are in radian measures. We should know both the ways, because always maximum students will try to memorize this in terms of degree measures, and if they suddenly given in radian measure, student will find difficult. So students, it's better you memorize these things in radian as well as degree measures also. It is very simple. Just consider pi is 180 here. 180 by 6 is 30 degree. 180 by 4 is 45. 180 by 3 is 60. 180 by 2 is 90. So let us discuss the values here. First one is sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, secant theta, cosecant theta. So student, to write the values of sine function, we just need a 5 whole numbers. We just need 5 continuous whole numbers. So that I will write it here and right below. So student, the 5 whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Student, I got a 5 whole numbers. In that, 4 is the highest whole number, whatever we have taken. So let us divide this numbers by 4. Divide by 4. What do we get? 0 by 4 is 0. 1 divided by 4. 2 by 4 is how much? 2 by 4 is, it is 1 by 2. 3 by 4. 4 divided by 4, it is 1. Now after this, whatever the values I got, I should take square of this, square root of this. Take the square root of this. 0 square root is 0. Square root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. Again, right? Square root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. Square root of 1 by 2 is 1 by root 2, because square root of 1 is 1. So it is root 2 as it is. Square root of 3 by 4 is root 3 by 2, and square root of 1 is 1 only. So student, these are the values for sine. That is what? 0, half, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. So student, these are the values of sine. 0 is for 0 degree, half is for 30 degree, 1 by root 2 is for 45 degree. Next, for pi by 3, that is 60 degree, it is root 3 by 2, and 90 degrees 1. So student, in this way you should write the values of sine. So student, after this, after sine, it is cos. As we discussed previously, that is cos is co of sine. Cos is what? Co of sine. Cosine is cos. So I will reverse these values because ratio and co-ratios are just reverse. So here if I reverse this, 1 comes for 0 degree, root 3 by 2 comes for 30 degree, 1 by root 2 here itself, then half comes for 60 degree and 0 comes for 90 degree. So here what I did, just whatever the values of sine I got, just I reverse, I written in reverse order. So I got the values of cos. Now how to get tan values? As in the definition we studied that tan is nothing but sine divided by cos. First divided by second function is tan. That is 0 by 1 is 0. 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2. 2 gets cancelled. Numerator 1 and denominator root 3. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2 both get cancelled. It is 1. Then again if I divide root 3 by 2 divided by 1 by 2, 2 gets cancelled. Root 3 by 1, or simply we can write root 3. 1 divided by 0. Student, here anything divided by any number divided by 0, it is not defined, and we can simply denote this as infinity. This is infinity. So students, tan 90 is infinity because it is 1 divided by 0. If 0 comes in the denominator, that is not defined, and not defined will write infinity. So this is not defined, ND. Next, quat. What is quat? Co of tan. That is quat. So just I will reverse this. I will get the values of quat if I reverse. So it is for 90 it is infinity in tan. So in quat for 0 it is infinity. Then root 3 for 30, 1 for 45, 1 by root 3 is for 60, and for 90 it is 0. Other way, you can take reciprocals of these values, you will get for quat. Because in definition we said tan and quat are reciprocal to each other. Next, secant. Student, secant. From the definition of trigonometric function, we studied that secant is reciprocal of cos. Secant theta is reciprocal of cos. 1 by 1 is 1. 1 divided by root 3 by 2, it is 2 by root 3. So 1 by root 2 reciprocal is root 2 by 1, or you can write simply root 2. 1 by 2 reciprocal is 2 by 1, simply I will write 2. Student, reciprocal of 0. Reciprocal of 0 means 1 by 0. 1 by 0, as 0 comes in the denominator, so it is infinity. Now student, here cosecant. Cosecant is reciprocal of sine as well as it is co of secant. So if I want to write cosecant values here, I can take reciprocal of these values of sine or just reverse of these things. Both the way it is correct, and I will get the same values. So I just reverse this. Infinity 2 root 2, 2 by root 3, and 1 by 1 is 1. Student, this is a trigonometric table, very basic table, very important. Each and every mathematics students must know this table, and the tables helps us a lot in future. And 0, 30, 45, 60, 90 degree. These angles are called as standard angles. These angles are called as standard angles. SD. Standard angles. Okay, students, about this about triangle trigonometric table. Now after trigonometric table, let us go about ASTC rule. Let us learn about ASTC rule. So students, here ASTC rule. So now students, ASTC rule is, as we know that a circle can be divided into 4 equal parts and each part is called as quadrant. So student, I take a circle. Let us consider there is a circle and that I divided into 4 equal parts. Students, this is, let me consider, if this is the initial point of the circle, then 100% this itself is the last point of the circle. So either it is 0 degree or 360 degree. You can call this point as 0 degree or 360 degree because in circle initial and final point are same. So this is 90 degree, this is 180 degree, and student, this is 270 degree. Of course it is 360 degree. So whatever the circle I have, that I divided into 4 equal parts. This is the first part, second, third and fourth part. And student, each part is called as quadrants. Each part is called as quadrant. Quadrant. Quadrants. So this is the first quadrant, the second, this is the third, and this is fourth quadrant. So that's why it is 4 alphabets here. First quadrant. In the first quadrant, all trigonometric functions are positive. All trigonometric functions gives positive answer. In this, all trigonometric function shortcut I will write TF. All TF gives positive answers. What is the answer that we'll discuss later? That is not needed right now. So, but in the first quadrant, all the 6 trigonometric function gives positive answer. How can we represent the first quadrant? There are 2 ways to represent each quadrant. The first way is 0 plus theta or 360 plus theta. That is, in the first way is, it is 360 plus something. Theta is something, anything. It can be 1, 2, 3, any angle less than 90 degree. For 360, if I add anything, it becomes first quadrant. It comes in first quadrant, and in first quadrant, all trigonometric function gives positive answers. The other way of representing first quadrant is the reverse way, that is 90 minus theta. So student, 90 minus theta. If I remove something from 90, that comes in first quadrant. That automatically falls in first quadrant. So in first quadrant, all trigonometric function gives positive answers. Next, second quadrant. In the second quadrant, second alphabet is S. S for sine. Sine and its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of sine? Cosecant. Sine and cosecant gives positive answer. This gives positive, this is first quadrant, second, third and fourth. Positive answer. Student, sine function and cosecant function gives positive answer in second quadrant. That's why second alphabet is S. And this quadrant is represented by, denoted by 90 plus theta. If something add to 90, it will fall in second quadrant. Or the other way is 180 minus theta. If I remove something from 180, that also automatically comes in second quadrant. And in second quadrant, sine function and its reciprocal cosecant function gives positive answer. Then how about other 4 functions? Automatically other 4 function gives negative answers here. Other 4 function gives negative answers. Then third quadrant, in the third, third alphabet is T. T for what? Tan. In the third quadrant, tan and its reciprocal, what is its reciprocal? Part gives positive answer. So student, in the third quadrant, tan function and part function gives positive answers. Then automatically other 4 gives negative answers here. How can we represent third quadrant? third quadrant can be represented by 180 plus theta. If I add something to 180, it will comes in third quadrant. And other ways, it is 270 minus theta. If I remove something from 270, then that falls in third quadrant. And in third quadrant, tan function and cot function gives positive answers. Other four functions give negative answers. Then fourth quadrant, fourth alphabet is C. C for cos. So student here, cos function and its reciprocal. What is the reciprocal of cos? Secant gives positive answer. This two gives positive answers. Then definitely other four trigonometric function gives negative answers. So this quadrant can be represented by 270 plus theta or 360 minus theta. If I remove something from 360, it will automatically comes in fourth quadrant. Or if I add something to 270, it will also comes in fourth quadrant. And in fourth quadrant, cos function and secant function gives positive answers, and other four function gives negative answers. So student, this is AST's rule. Very, very important. It plays an important role in trigonometry. Most of the problems will apply ASTC rule, that is all sin, tan, cos. So you should have knowledge of these functions. And student, what is these things? 180 minus theta, 90 minus theta, 360 plus theta, 360 minus theta. And student, see, each and every quadrant is multiple of 90. Each and every quadrant is multiple of 90. So this I can call it as n pi by 2. Student, this is n is any number. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, any number, 5, 6, even anything. And student, this comes n pi by 2, whether it is added or subtracted to something. Student, n pi by 2, whether it is added or subtracted to any angle, then this complete angle is called as allied angle. A-L-L-I-E-D, allied angle. What is allied angle? Pi by 2 multiplies to any number that is added or subtracted to any angle, then it becomes allied angle. Allied angle. Next, there is a very important note here. There are two notes which are very, very important here. So, okay. Note of ASTC rules only related to allied angle. Note, very important thing here. Note, the first one is, student, first note says that any trigonometric functions comes with 90 plus or minus theta and 270 either plus or minus theta. Student, first note says that any trigonometric functions comes with 90 plus or minus theta and 270 plus or minus theta. Then student, then in their answer, then in answer, ratios changes to co-ratios of trigonometric functions. Ratios of trigonometric function changes to co-ratios of trigonometric functions. That is example. What is this note says? Let's study in detail. So student, this note says that any trigonometric function comes with 90 either plus or minus theta or and 270 plus or minus theta. Then the trigonometric ratios changes to co-ratios of the trigonometric function, and it is vice versa. And vice versa. Vice versa means if co-ratios are there, then automatically changes to ratios. So student, in our lower classes, we have studied that sine 90 minus theta. This was studied in SSLC, and that time we don't know how sine suddenly cos comes. So student, 90 minus theta, sine is there here. So since the first note says 90, so if 90 comes with sine, then it changes to its co. What is the co of sine? It is cos theta. And here student, this is an right angle comes with trigonometry. Then always this quadrant vanishes. Whatever the quadrant is there here, that is n pi by 2. Here 1 pi by 2 is pi by 2 is 90 degree. This quadrant always vanishes, and it will give the standard angle as an answer. So sine 90 minus theta is, it is cos theta. Another way, now student, here if I take tan 270 plus theta, tan 270 plus theta. Student, here 270 plus theta, tan should change to its co. What is the co of tan? It is cot, so it is cot theta. Student, here there is one more thing here. As 270 comes, it is the quadrant, so it will vanish. It gives answer this as an answer. So okay, theta are taken, but we should check which quadrant this allied angle exists. Tan 270 plus theta. Which quadrant it exists? This represents it is in fourth quadrant. 270 plus. Since it is in fourth quadrant, and in fourth quadrant tan is negative, tan gives negative answer. So tan 270 plus theta, answer is minus cot theta. Is minus cot theta. But sir, you have not taken minus to this, because 90 minus theta is first quadrant. In first quadrant, all trigonometric function gives positive answers. So one more example we'll take. We'll take sine 180 plus theta. Sorry, not 180. Sine 270 plus theta. Okay. Sine 270 plus theta. See, 270 again it is in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant sine gives negative answer. So it is minus. Because of 270, 4 should come. So it is cos. Then, okay, another way. Same way. What happens if it is sine 90 plus theta if I take? See, 90 plus theta is in second quadrant, and sine gives positive answer in second quadrant. Sine function gives positive answer in second quadrant. Because of 90, sine changes to its co. So answer is only cos theta. Answer is only cos theta. One more example. What is cos 270 plus theta? 270 plus theta. As I said, it is in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cos is positive. So if cos is there, its ratio should come because it is a co. What is the ratio of cos? It is sine. So it is sine theta. Sine theta. And then one more last problem, last example. Cos 270 minus theta. 270 minus theta. Student, 270 minus is in third quadrant. And in third quadrant, cos gives negative answer. So in our answer, there must be negative. Okay. Then because of 270, Cos should change to its ratio. What is the ratio of cos? It is sine. So final answer is minus sine theta. Because this 270 is a quadrant, it vanishes. So student, that is first note. So what is it says? Any trigonometric function comes with 90 plus or minus theta and 270 plus or minus theta. Then in answer, ratios of trigonometric function changes to co-ratios of trigonometric function, and it is vice versa. And these are some examples. Now, second note. Student, what is second note says? So similarly, any trigonometric functions comes with 180 plus or minus theta and 360 plus or minus theta. Then in answer, the trigonometric function remains same. In answer, the trigonometric function remains same. This is very, very important. It means it will not change to ratios to co-ratio and co-ratios to ratio. If it is sine, it remains sine only in the answer. That is next step. And if it is cos, it remains cos only. But answer comes with respect to the quadrants. Okay, we'll take some example. For example, student, if I take sine 180 minus theta, 180 minus theta, it is in second quadrant. Obviously, in second quadrant, sine is positive, so it gives positive answer. Because of 180, sine remains sine. So it is sine theta. Like sine 180 plus theta. Sine 180 plus theta. 180 plus theta is in third quadrant. Third quadrant sine is negative. Sine gives negative answer. So there must be negative. But because of this 180, sine remains sine only. So it is sine theta. And this 180 is a quadrant, automatically it gets vanished. So only theta will come. Only whatever the standard angle exists here, that will come. Next, it is tan, I will take 360, tan 360 minus theta. Student, 360 minus, it is in fourth quadrant. 360 minus, it is in fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant tan gives negative answer, so it is minus. Because of 360, tan function remains tan only, so it is minus tan. 360 vanishes, only standard angle theta remains, so it is minus tan theta. Like that, secant 360 plus theta. Student, 360 plus. 360 plus is first quadrant. In the first quadrant, all trigonometric function gives positive answer. So it is secant only, and it is theta. Because first quadrant all are positive, and because of 360, function remains same. One more example I take. That is cosecant 360 minus theta. Student, cosecant 360 minus. 360 minus is 1/8 fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant cosecant is negative, so it is minus cosecant theta. Because fourth quadrant cos and secant is positive. And one more I will take cos this time. Cos 180 plus theta. Student, 180 plus theta is in third quadrant. Third quadrant cos gives negative answer, so it is minus cos theta. Student, this is second note of ASTC rule, which is very, very important. And what is this rule says that any trigonometric function comes with 180 plus or minus theta and 360 plus or minus theta. Then in answer, the trigonometric function remains same as we have seen. If there is a sine here, see again we got sine only. Sine. If there is a tan here, we got tan only. If there is a secant here, we got secant. Then we'll see what is the theta. Based on that, we'll get the answer. Whether theta is 30 degrees, 60 degree, it depends on what is theta. We'll get the final answer. So students, these are the very basic concepts of trigonometric functions. I hope you people understood these concepts, which are very, very important. It is like ABCD of trigonometry. If you know these concepts, it is very easy to solve future problems. So I hope students, you understood today's topic. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and keep share and like our videos so others can be benefited with this. Thank you, student.